Alrighty, so here we are on the lesson 6 or the 5.6 classwork video. Alright, so it's only one page of classwork, but I am going to kind of give you some tips and get you started, so hopefully you can try all 4 of these problems. So before we get started, let's put our formulas at the top. So to find the area of a square, because it says we're going to find the area, or a rectangle, remember it's the length times the width. And then for a triangle, the area is the base times the height divided by 2. Okay. Something else I also want to put on here, because we are talking about ordered pairs and it's been a while. Remember, ordered pairs are x, comma, y. And remember, x is moving left or right. And remember, the y's are all about moving up or down. Okay. So we have to figure out, before we can find the area of any of these, how long these lines are. So for some of you, that might mean you want to like print off a piece of grid paper off of, you can just Google it, and you might want to draw the pictures on the grid, all right? But for those of you who don't want to do that, I will try to show you the best way we can figure out how long these lines are on here. So let's start by doing this short side here that I just put in blue. All right, so remember, we're talking about the y's, which are how tall things are, so up and down. So we're looking at these numbers. I've got a 5 and I've got this -4, okay? Remember here in the middle, this is 0, 0, okay? So if we are starting here, this is technically 0, all right? I'll make my pencil a little thinner here. Let's see. There we go. So if I am going down to -4, that means I'm going down 1, 2, 3, 4 slots. Okay, so this point here, this is -4. So from 0 down to here, this would be 4 units long. Now if I'm going up to 5. So up here, this orange dot, this would be 5. So I would go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spots. So this part would be 5, which means in total, 5 plus 4 would give us 9. So this side, this blue side here that we did in orange, is 9 units long. Okay? So now, if we're going to go in and we're going to look at the longer side, I'm going to do that in this purple color. And I'm going to erase, see if it'll work. There we go, a few of these. So now I'm going to do the long side across the top. Okay. So for purple here, I'm looking at the x value. So I'm going left and right. Okay. So this would be our 0 in the middle. Now if I go to the right, I'm going over 8 units. So I'm going over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So this little bit, this is 8 units long. Now on the left-hand side, I'm going over 5 units to -5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this little bit would be 5 units long, which means together, if we added them, we would get 13. Okay, so I have my 2 side lengths now. So to find the area, I would do 9 times my 13. When I multiply that, I'd get 117, and it would be units squared. Okay? So on number 2, to get you started, I'm going to kind of do some more color coding like I did before. So I need a base to find the area of a triangle. So this is the base in purple. And since I'm going left to right, I'm looking at the y numbers. So I circled those. Well, sorry, I lied. I'm not looking at the y's. Goodness gracious. go back. I'm going to look at the x's since I'm going left to right. Okay, so these are my x's. I'm looking at those. Now to find my height, my up and down here, I'm going to look at my y's this time. So I'm circling those in orange. Those are the ones we need for that side. Okay, if I go down to number 3 here, I'm going to need one of each side. So if I look on the left here, I'm moving up and down, which means I need my y numbers. And then I'm also going to need a line that goes left to right, which I'm doing in green here, which means I would need my x numbers. Okay. Now my last one, the area of a parallelogram, if you remember, it's just like a rectangle. The area is the base times the height. So my base here I'm going to do in green. This is the base, and I'm moving left to right. So I need to look at my x numbers. Now my height, I'm going to do that in orange. I'm going to make this H orange. The height is how tall it is. So that's kind of looking at this dotted line here I just filled in orange. And now this one's a trickier one, so I'll walk you through this one. So here we are starting, if we look at these y numbers here in these ordered pairs, we are starting here at the number 3. Okay, so like 1, 2, and there's 3. We are going up to 7. So this would be 7. So 4, 5, 6, 7. So you have to count, well, how far is it in between? So to move, I'm starting here at 3. So every time I move, I count. So I have 1 spot, then 2 spots, then 3 spots, then 4 spots. So this would be 4. Okay? So that's all I'm going to do in the video. Hopefully you drew all of this on your paper. If you have any questions, so you can always send me an email with the problem that you're stuck on.